Dietary fat often gets a bad reputation. Understandably, given its name, a lot of people unfamiliar with nutrition can mistakenly assume that its intake is the sole culprit for increases in body fat. Of course, it can be one of the main contributors since it contains over twice the calories per gram than protein or carbs. But dietary fat won't just go directly to body fat stores when you eat it, despite how the name might suggest. That being said, since it is significantly higher in calories than its macronutrient counterparts, why then do many professionals recommend its inclusion over exclusion when slimming down? Wouldn't it make sense to rather lessen its consumption to make it easier to reach our weight loss calories day to day? Well, today we'll be explaining exactly that. But first, as always, please take note of our disclaimer. To get started, we need to point out there are 4 types of dietary fat, not one. So when you see total fat on nutrition labels, this refers to the combined amount of all these. They are the monounsaturated fat, polyunsaturated fat, saturated fat, and trans fat. The first two, the unsaturated fats, are what are known as the healthy types of fat. They support metabolism, cell signaling, immunity, hormone production, and absorption of nutrients such as vitamin A or D. But the latter two are known as the unhealthy fat, which raises bad cholesterol while lowering good cholesterol. Bad cholesterol is bad because it can invade your artery walls and cause atherosclerosis, the buildup of fatty deposits in arteries. This restricts blood flow and can lead to high blood pressure, stroke, cardiovascular disease, and even premature death. In contrast, good cholesterol is good because it picks up the excess bad cholesterol in your blood and takes it back to your liver, where it's broken down and removed from your body. Therefore, in light of the benefits of unsaturated fats and the drawbacks of saturated and trans fat listed, this is why they're known as healthy or unhealthy. Not because healthy fats contain fewer calories than unhealthy fats, which is a common misconception. Every gram of dietary fat has 9 calories, whether healthy or unhealthy. Here are some examples of good versus bad sources of dietary fat. But it's noteworthy that most foods won't contain either protein, dietary fat, or carbs. Instead, they contain a combination of each. We just refer to these as sources of dietary fat since they contain a lot of it. Anyway, when it comes to dietary fat, we want to restrict the unhealthy types of it more than the healthy types to improve our health and how we feel daily, while still making sure not to go overboard with the healthy ones at the same time. Yet, despite being over twice the calories than carbs or protein, we also want to include healthy fat when losing weight. That's because besides from supporting metabolism and assisting in hormone production that aids muscle retention, it's also great for feelings of fullness. Now, this might seem confusing how we're saying healthy fat is helpful for weight loss even when it's very high in calories. But overall, it will lead to less calorie intake daily from smarter dietary decisions and reduced portions at later meals and snacks due to its filling effects, even if it does cause an increase in calories in the immediate sense. Get the idea? But again, we do need to be mindful of how much we're having since it can be easy to overdo it given the associated calories. At meals, it's recommended to have about 1/6 of your plate from sources of healthy fat. Therefore, because of these reasons, we advise incorporating healthy fats as part of a weight loss diet. Although it's notable that the potential for weight loss should not be the only deciding factor for many when considering a new type of diet. Depending on your health status, there may be other aspects to consider. Accordingly, please speak with your doctor before starting any new diet plan. But don't just take our word for the advantages of incorporating healthy fats for weight loss. Let's look at the research surrounding it. Unless you've been living under a rock, you'll have heard of the Mediterranean diet before, which, unsurprisingly, is based on the traditional eating habits of countries around the Mediterranean Sea. Well, this is a diet that's renowned for, in part, its emphasis on healthy fat content. And when its effects were compared against that of low-fat diets in a systematic review carried out by Mancini et al. In 2016, It was found that it achieved more than double the weight loss outcomes after 12 months. Yet, even this wasn't the type of diet that showed the best weight loss potential from the study. Interestingly, that award went to the low-carb variation of the Mediterranean diet, which reached almost 3 times the rate of weight loss as the low-fat diet and nearly 2 times over that of other types of low-carbohydrate diets. Something else worth pointing out is that the low-carb Mediterranean diet can be helpful for other comorbidities associated with excess weight, since diets high in monounsaturated fatty acids are thought to improve insulin sensitivity, while diets with a low glycemic index have been found to improve blood sugar levels and insulin resistance. On a side note, if you are interested in undertaking our evidence-based and results-backed personalized plateau weight management program, please click the link in the top right-hand corner of the video or follow the link in the description. Furthermore, the difference between both diets is their proportions of macronutrients. A typical traditional Mediterranean diet has around 50% carbohydrates, 30% fat, and 20% protein, while a standard low-carb Mediterranean diet includes approximately 35% carbohydrates, 45% fat, and 20% protein. However, you'll need to convert these macronutrient percentages into grams to use the low-carb Mediterranean diet requirements practically when looking at nutrition labels. Let's run through a quick example to find how much dietary fat you should be consuming per day. We'll first need your weight loss calorie estimate, as this varies from person to person. I've left a link in the description to find this out. But by way of illustration, say your weight loss calories are 1,500. In this scenario, you divide 1,500 by 100 for 1%, and then multiply that answer by 45 for 45%, resulting in 675 calories you should consume at most from dietary fat while losing weight. Then, since there's 9 calories in 1 gram of dietary fat, you'd further divide the 675 by 9 to get the most amount of dietary fat you should have in terms of grams. Subsequently, someone with a weight loss calorie value of 1,500 should consume at most 75 grams of dietary fat daily, and needless to say, the vast majority of this being from unsaturated healthy fat. Then, to figure out the grams of protein and carbs you should have daily, you do the same, just firstly use their own particular macronutrient percentages of the low-carb Mediterranean diet, and then once you've that part figured out, divide by 4 instead of 9, since both carbs and protein contain 4 calories per gram. Have you found healthy fat helpful to include while dieting? What's your favourite go-to sources? We'd love to hear from you in the comments section down below. Additionally, if you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel. So, that has been our video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.